Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, and thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's 10 o'clock here, and you know what? I just have so much rattling around in this cranium that I need to just put it down on paper, highlight it, and then just turn on my camera and come on and see who might pop in and say hi on Sunday, on this third day of December. So, just a few things. I do have some stories. I do have my laptop. In here. We're going to talk about one of the things that I saw on TV earlier this week I think it was in one of the newscasts. I want to say it was like the National or something like that. But it was about a Croatian war criminal. So we're going to talk about that. Some of the more stranger things, some of the stranger things you've seen in the news. So we're going to talk about that. And moon phases. This morning, we have cloud cover here on the south coast, but this morning there was a full moon, and it was like a super moon and a cold moon. It was all kinds of moons. So think about the moon phases. Because I'm thinking about if someone can give me the correct order of the moon phases, maybe put together a quick MattTv Christmas package that I can send home. I don't know, just something, like I said, a lot of things rattling around in the brain. We're going to talk about national parks. We know that Canada has thousands and thousands of beautiful lakes and just parks and trails. So good news for teenagers 17 and younger. Canada is doing something nice for them with their national parks starting in 2018, so just around the corner here. And what was the other thing? Oh yes, the Croatian war criminal. Just a bizarre event that I saw unfolds on television here a few days ago. So let's just get right into the program here. This is just a quick impromptu Matt TV. So I always appreciate the live views. I have found that my weekend shows, just coming in here whenever, just seeing who pops in, just to start conversation back and forth. The numbers have increased, and that's what I like. But more importantly, way more importantly than the number of views, it's the content. It's the discussion back and forth. I challenge myself, and I want to make this show different than everyone else. I'm trying to incorporate the audience, my friends and family back home. I want to incorporate you as much as I can. So that's why for me, the concept of the show is telling you like the last 24, just observations, conversations that I've had. And you can do the same. It's just an exchange of the last 24 hours and giving you an opportunity to make song requests and interviews. I'm just having a lot of fun. I love the direction that this is going, because I'm driving, and I'm going to take Matt TV in the direction that I so choose. Yes? All right. Just let me refresh. I just want to refresh my Matt TV Facebook page. I have some really cool news. I want to get a few more people in here before I share this news. But anyone that knows Dave Keenan, the good news story involves him. So I'm going to talk about that in a few moments. I just want to see how many people, maybe if I can get, by the time I get 7 live views, I'll make that announcement. It's really cool, and it's something that both of us need at this time. This is the time of year when I really miss my family and friends back on the East Coast. I wish I could just hop on a plane and come home for, the month of December. But realistically, that's just not going to happen. It's just not. So let me refresh. Let me go down. It's an overcast, cold day here on the South Coast. This is probably, we are hoping, but we shouldn't complain about the weather too much here on the West Coast, because winter for us, if we're lucky, hello James, if we're lucky, is just rain. But we are, this system that has been here way too long is on its way out, and we are looking at sunshine. I wouldn't be surprised if we see sunshine. First here in the Semiahmoo Bay area, because the weather breaks here a lot quicker than it does because we are so far away from the mountains. Getting sidetracked, but yeah, thanks for the live views. Thanks for the live views. For me, it's an opportunity to tell people right from the beginning that the new schedule that I'm going to go with, is still going to be early in the morning for me. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for a 5:30 show. So the weekday shows are going to continue at 5:30 in the morning. That is 8:30 Eastern, 9:30 in Woodstock, and 10 o'clock in Newfoundland. So yeah, the winter hours for MattTv are going to continue right through the month of December into January, February. It's just less stressful for me. The day I do my show in the morning, and then I can continue on with my day, and I have those 24 hours to make notes and write down all my observations and Donica, how are you? Welcome to the program. Speaking of programs, I was watching. I had the opportunity to watch. Now I don't know if you have to be a fan of Jim Carrey to appreciate this, but last night it's on Netflix. William, how are you? It's on Netflix. It was called Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond. And it's kind of like a behind the scenes with Jim Carrey when they were filming Man on the Moon with Andy Kaufman. So it's Jim Carrey playing Andy Kaufman and Clifton. I know his last name was Clifton, but it was just a great... It took 20 years to see this footage. So if you are a fan of Jim Carrey, and I love Jim Carrey, not just because of his acting ability and that he's just a down-to-earth, humble Canadian guy, right? Canadian kid. But I love the way he speaks. He's super positive, and he believes, as I do as well, in manifesting. Like, you just got to put it out into the universe. You don't stress about how. Just put it out there, and the universe will take care of the how. Okay, just ask Jim Carrey and that $10 million check. He manifested everything that we have, not just Jim Carrey, everything that I have in my life, and Jen and Kaya and you, it's what you have manifested. You are the director of your own life. You're the producer. You're the editor. Like, you can do whatever you so choose. You have to believe that. That's the only way to evolve as a person or a performer or entertainer or whatever it is you're doing in life. Yeah, that's cool. Woo. And that's I wouldn't even say that's a rant. That's just common sense, man. That's just common sense. Angie, how are you? William, welcome to the program. It's just 8 minutes after 10 o'clock here, and I honestly, I need this. I don't know. Maybe you've heard of the expression love tank. There might even be 1,000 books titled Love Tank. But if you're with someone, you need to make sure that their love tank is full. You have to love yourself, love the people that you're with. It just makes life so much easier. Okay. Netflix. I just made some notes here. I just wrote this down this morning. I was having a coffee and I was like, you know what? Let's just do another weekend show. This is good for me. I went for a quick walk before coming in here, and the feeling the feeling of excitement, knowing that I'm just going to come in and play around on the internet, on Facebook Live, and just share my thoughts with you. And see how relatable we are. To see who pops in. I'm honestly just want to see who pops in on a Sunday afternoon. It's 10 after 10 here on the West Coast, and I'm just excited because sunshine is in the forecast. That's what I'm excited about. But getting back to Jim Carrey, Emily, good morning. Getting back to Jim Carrey, if you are a fan or not a fan of Jim Carrey, doesn't matter. It's your choice. But I would recommend checking out Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond. It's on Netflix. It's really, really cool. Yesterday, we've had such, I'm not going to say bad weather, because there are other places on the planet that experience bad weather. Weather here has just been unpleasant. Just a lot of rain. We're all done with rain here. So yesterday was just kind of a chill day. Jen was doing crafts, and I was just, actually, I started going through a bunch of receipts. Emily, I was going through receipts. I still have everything, all the tickets, everything from Boston I have, and I was going through. I'm going to continue to go through it again today, but so much fun going through receipts. Like, you keep your receipts, right, for tax purposes, but going through the receipts and just that flood of memories that comes back. And I realized, wow, we didn't really eat healthy on the Greyhound bus trip, there or back. Oh, well, that's too much. But, you know, weather is weather. It's all good. It's all good. Yesterday was nice and chill. But I wanted to have at least 7 live views in here before I made this announcement. So I just had 7. I don't know. I need glasses. I don't know if that's a 6 or an 8. Oh, no. It was so much fun. You know, I was talking about Janet Priddle. On the day of her birthday, I was reminiscing about when we came out of Fenway Park, and there was the lower section below street level. All the firefighters were getting changed, and none of them had their shirts on, and there was like eye candy for all the women that were there. Not just Janet. It was eye candy for all the girls that were there. I had to share that memory. Anyway, regardless, everyone that is in here knows Dave Keenan. I was on my way home from work on Friday afternoon. Pulled off to the side of the road at this park because it was just, the rain was coming down sideways, and I just needed to take a break from the traffic and just chill out for a minute. And I get on my Facebook Messenger, and I saw that Dave Keenan was active. So I sent him a message and said, hey man, if you can call me, call me. And the one thing I love about people from the East Coast, when you make a request, hey man, can you give me a call? Like within seconds, the phone rings. That's exactly what happened with Dave Keenan. We had this quick conversation. Long story short, I was talking to my boss yesterday, who I declined his phone call when I was doing a show yesterday morning. Talking with my boss yesterday, I have been able to provide Dave Keenan with a job working with me. Yeah. So we're going to have 2 guys. It's so bizarre. Long story short, a few phone calls and just good work ethic. And being able to see who is a good person and not a good person. I wouldn't have Dave Keenan on my work crew if I didn't absolutely love Dave Keenan. So that's my good news. You know, Dave Keenan, he's from Woodstock. I'm from Woodstock. He lives in the West End. He's been out here for many, many years. I've been out here for a long time. And our paths are just colliding once again. And so Dave Keenan, DMFK, capital DMFK, is going to be working with me. So that's going to be really exciting. He may actually be starting working with me tomorrow, sometime this week for sure. He's ready to go. So not only will Keenan be working with me this holiday season, Dave Keenan and his roommate, who I think he said he was from Germany, they'll be a part of our Christmas as well. So that's awesome. I'm just so stoked. I'm so stoked. I love Dave Keenan, man. He is just like... he's a big teddy bear. And anyone that's watching this program that knows Dave Keenan, you know that I'm not filling you full of anything. He is like a genuine good guy. He's one of the good guys. So I'm really excited. That I'll be working with Dave Keenan. So I wanted to share that news with you. I had a quick, hang on one sec here. I'm getting a notice. That's why I'm reaching for the phone. No, I don't need that right now. Had a quick chat with my brother Mike last night. So if you have a sibling and you haven't talked to them in a month, 2 months, I don't know, maybe is this the time of season where you're just like, you know what, I need to reach out to my sibling and just mend fences if you have to. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I have a good relationship with all my siblings. So I just wish the same for you, I guess. 14 minutes after 10. I'm just going to have a little break. Need some boost. While I'm looking at it right now, you all know that my brother Jeff does barn board artwork. Get a hold of Jeff. This is cool. I love this. This is our grandparents' cottage back on Skiff Lake, and this is Mount Baker, which I can see from my backyard. So we incorporated both into one. Excellent stuff. I love it. So if you like art like that, you should have a little piece of Jeff Grant hanging on your wall at your cottage, at your condo, apartment, home. It don't matter. It don't matter. What else did I want to talk about? I mentioned that. I was just talking about just coming in here on Saturdays and Sundays and just doing, well, it's all ad-libbing. Really, this is as close to a script as it gets. This is just basically my cheat sheet or my crib notes, right? I quickly read the stories, and that's why it's called the Skinny on the Scoop. I just try and give you maybe enough details where you're like, interesting. I think I'll check that out. But I also put the links. I also put the links up to those stories at the end of the show at my MattTv Facebook page. So I like coming on here just to see who was on here, let people know that there are new show times, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 5:30 in the morning, 8:30 Eastern, 9:30 Woodstock, 10 o'clock in Newfoundland. People like to know. Oh yeah, for sure. It's people like to have that piece of uniqueness in their home. Everyone wants to have a little piece of. Everyone's unique. Everyone is unique, but it's cool to be able to, put that talent on a physical piece of matter, and that's about as sciencey as it's gonna get. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I'm gonna start. We were talking about New Year's resolutions yesterday in the show. I'm going to start one right now. If I am able, I'm in the process now of uploading the December 1st MattTv from my Facebook. I'm going to upload it on my my personal YouTube channel, and hopefully there's no copyright infractions. If I'm able to upload it, it'll be uploaded. But here's the thing, and I was talking about this many weeks ago. This is why I like Facebook Live. Because you can play music and not get in trouble for it. But YouTube is a little stricter. I guess I shouldn't say you're not going to get in trouble. There is the possibility. There is, but I have never run into any issues, which is why I continue to, play the music during the live shows, right? What was this? I'm having a really hard time reading my own writing. Oh yeah, I was just doing some organizing, receipts and stuff like that. That's going back to Fenway Park and whatnot. Moon phases. This is going to be a really quick one here. Like 7:48 this morning. At 7:48 this morning, there was a full moon. It was also like a cold moon and a super moon. So, can anyone tell me what the phases of the moon are in order starting from full moon? There is a website you can go to and get all that, but it's really cool. And they break it down with like percentages and days. Days is the one I don't quite understand what that number means in like days old. Anyway, moon phases. Does anyone know what the moon phases are? If you want to share those, that'd be cool. National parks. I think I'm only going to be in here for like 30 minutes. I'm just in here playing around. There will be another live show tomorrow morning at 5:30 in the morning, 5:30 a.m. National parks. I thought this was a cool story. Just let me go to. I'm just going to pull it up here right now. We're talking about the 2018 Discovery Passes. They're now available. Attendance was up 12% at national parks for the first 7 months of the year last year because all national parks were free as we celebrated Canada's 150th. Canada budgeted about $76 million on the Free Parks program this year, including lost gate revenues, addressing increases in visitors, and distributing free Discovery Passes. The 2018 Discovery Passes are now available online, and admission fees for adults and seniors will not increase over 2016 prices. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And like I said, there are so many beautiful locations just here in the province of British Columbia. I haven't nearly seen enough of British Columbia. Not nearly enough. Which is a shame. 19 minutes. Great football. Great football here today. Philadelphia. Philadelphia is in Seattle to play the Seahawks at Quest Field. I think that's a 5:30. I think that's Sunday Night Football, which should be a good one. Should be a pretty good game here today. Sunday afternoon football traditions. Do you have any? Just wondering. Just throwing things out here. Just because I'm just in here playing around. So I just wanted to see who was in here and make some announcements. Like I said, very excited to be working with Dave Keenan. That'll be starting this week. So I'm really looking forward to that. Also saw on Facebook that Randy McIlroy got engaged. My memory of Randy goes back to elementary school. I was probably in grade 3 or 4. Randy was in a grade above me, maybe 2 grades above me, but he would chase me. My whole recess was just being chased by Randy McIlroy. That's my memory. That's my one memory. That one memory of him chasing me occurred like every recess. But congratulations, Randy McIlroy. He was fast, but I was faster. I was faster. Yeah, he was the recess chaser. Didn't understand that. Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy is having a birthday today. If you see Chris, the next time you see Chris, buy him a beer. I don't know if he drinks. I believe he's a paramedic, but he may enjoy the odd cocktail. So happy birthday, Chris. Hope you have a great day. Moon phases. Does anyone know? I'll just quickly do this for you to solve the mystery. Full moon, 7:48 this morning. There was a full moon. Overcast here. I didn't have the opportunity to see it. But next we have the waning gibbous, the last quarter, the waning crescents, new moon, waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, and a full moon. So there's a lot there. My quick story about Moon, our daughter's name, Kaya Moon Vespasiani Grant. Years ago, 17 years ago, Jen and I went to Nepal. When we came back, I went to the East Coast. She went to the Yukon. But we always had the moon. The moon was our connecting point. So we knew when the moon was up that we were, I was looking at the moon. She was looking at the moon. So when Kaya came along, it was Kaya Moon. Chris Crowley, how are you, my friend? Waning gibbous is moon phase tonight. Yes, it would start. It would start tonight. You're right. Yeah, I'll put the website up there. They actually have a calendar and just the shading of the moon and what happens. So, but there's some numbers on there that I'm not quite sure of. Like the days. I don't get the days. But I love the moon. I have a telescope. And I'm always out sitting on the back step, just checking out shadows on the moon. It's good stuff. Chris, I'm just having the time of my life, man. Life is good out here, man. I hope you are well. Hope you're well and getting ready for the Christmas season. And pretty sure Santa will find you. And congratulations on all your accomplishments, man. I follow you on Facebook and, getting back to school and doing what you're doing, man. So good on you, man. It's good stuff. Next time I'm home, maybe we can grab a extra large double at Timmy's, either on Main Street or up on Connell Road or something, man. But I'm always up for coffee. Oh yeah. Okay, you put the link up. Okay, cool. That's awesome. We have a tin roof, and I can hear this crow walking back and forth. The weather's finally changing. Like it's overcast. There is a chill in the air. But we should see sun. Hopefully we'll see the sun today, and we'll have sun all this week, which would be nice. We deserve it. Don't we all deserve nice weather? Someone put a picture up on Facebook. It was a picture from McDonald's December 2nd or 1st of last year, and then this year. Is there no snow in Woodstock? By the looks of it, there's no snow in the Woodstock area. But I just can't, the work that I do, when we get snow out here, I'm shoveling snow. It's just public safety. We do work for the SkyTrain system, so when it snows or it's icy, I'm out there putting ice melt down and sand and shoveling. So it's a lot of physical work, but it'll be nice, super nice to have Dave Keenan as a work partner, and that's going to start up. That's going to start up this week. So that means I'll be hanging out with Dave Keenan every day. That's a bonus. That's a bonus. That's just what I need. You know what? It's really what I need. I was saying earlier, this is the time of year. There's certain times of the year when I miss the East Coast and my family and friends the most, and that's the summertime, like July and August. Would love to be able to get home every July and August. July and August, and then Christmas time. Yeah, no snow. Yeah, that's, everyone's like, yes. Snow is fun, but snow is also dangerous. Snow is also dangerous. And just, this is not the dangerous element of it, but if you live in a community where you have to park your vehicle on the street, make sure you clean your car off properly in the morning. No, don't just do the windows, but you should really knock the snow off your entire vehicle. Keep the sidewalks clear in front of your property. That's your responsibility. That is your responsibility. New England, yes, William, you are a fan of every New England team. Red Sox, Patriots, Bruins. Yes, awesome. Who are they playing? Who's New England playing today? Are they home or are they away? I saw a picture the other day of Tom Brady and Dan Marino. Tom Brady has 5 Super Bowl rings. 3-0 field goal, okay. But yeah, Tom Brady has 5, and Dan Marino played his whole career in Buffalo. Dan Marino played his whole career and didn't get a Super Bowl ring. Is that correct? Dan Marino 0, Tom Brady 5. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, this is another story I forgot to mention. And I'm going to put this link up to my page here when I'm done. I'll probably go another, I don't know. I'm not even going to say how long I'm going to go for. I just want to see if the discussion, this is interesting here. So just let me ask you right now. Let me ask you, what is the strangest thing that you witnessed on television? Maybe it was just a news clip where something happened and you're like, oh, really? That doesn't even seem real. And then the next day you find out that it was real. Does that make any sense? I'll just stop right there and just tell you the story. Maybe you've already seen this story. I saw it earlier this week on The National. But you can see the footage. I'll put the link up on my MattTv page here in a bit. But it was a Croatian war criminal who was at an appeals, and he was denied. So he was going to spend the next 20 years in jail. So instead of that, he made a statement to the court, took out a bottle of cyanide, or they had no idea what it was at the time. He took out a bottle of poison, drank it, and died. Just unbelievable, unbelievable. I just want to let you know. Here's the headline. Autopsy finds cyanide in body of Croatian war criminal who told lawyer he drank poison in court. His name, I just want to try and pronounce it correctly. It's Slobodan Praljak. I believe that's as close to the correct pronunciation as I can get. Praljak. Slobodan Praljak. But I just want to let you know what cyanide does. And there's video. There's a 28-second video of him drinking. The courtroom had cameras, obviously. But just let me tell you what cyanide does. It's a fast-acting... I'm just looking at my laptop here, so I apologize. I'm just reading off the computer here. Cyanide is a fast-acting chemical that can be deadly in different forms. Cyanide gas is considered the most harmful, but swallowing cyanide can be lethal. Potassium cyanide found in Praljac's blood is a white powder that can have a bitter almond-like odor. So cyanide kills by preventing the cells of the body from using oxygen. In this particularly harmful to the heart and the brain. Now this is according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So he died, I would think, a very painful death. And some might say that's okay, considering what he did during the Bosnian War. You can check that story out. You can see the video. So for me, that's quite strange to see someone take their life or have started down that road of no return to suicide. It was just unbelievable, strange, so strange. So I'm going to put the link up. I'm going to put the link up to that on my MattTv page. And yeah, Angie, wasn't it? It was just the most bizarre thing. The most bizarre thing. And I don't know. I'm sure it was within a few hours. It was within a few hours that he passed, right? But the one thing I noticed when I first saw it earlier this week, and then when I read the story and I read the comment, it made me think back to when I first saw it, because how did he get that in there? Like, who supplied him? He was in jail. You know, it's not like he was house arrest and he was driven to the courthouse in a cab. So he's already in custody. So when they do the investigation, I'm sure more people will be arrested, because how did he get the poison? Like, seriously, how did he get that poison on his person, like in his jacket with what he was wearing? Someone helped him out. Definitely. But his right hand, you could tell he knew that he was going to die. He knew that when and if he drank this, he was going to die. There was no coming back. There was no pumping your stomach and saving you from cyanide. And his right hand was shaking. To me, he was afraid right to the very end. And maybe there was a part of him, that was hoping that someone might grab his hand and pull it away. But no one did. I think the only other person that would have known what he was going to do was the person that handed him the cyanide. No one else in that courtroom knew what was happening. Yes, I saw that story. Where this, what's the politically correct term now? Juvenile delinquent. I don't know how old this individual was. Young offender. But wanted the date changed on his court appearance because he didn't want to go to court on his birthday. Oh, that's just, come on, man. Yeah, you know his parents are hanging their heads just going, man, what happened? I know people make mistakes, but that just makes it worse. I don't even know what he was. I don't even know the court case. I don't even want to know the details. That stuff there just boggles my mind. Because we're energy, right? And he's like on such a low frequency that he has to commit crimes. You know, that's a pretty low frequency when you're a criminal. Think about it. Just have to make better decisions. So, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thanks for the live views. I love it. I love the interaction. It's good for me. But going back to what I said earlier, I have noticed an increase in comments, which is exactly, I would rather have the views. The views are secondary because you just never know. You just never know who's going to be surfing the internet when I go live. I don't know. So you just never know who's going to be in here, but I always appreciate the live views, and I just get so easily sidetracked. The numbers, but more importantly, are the comments. I love the interaction back and forth. So I I like to engage. I watch these videos back afterwards and just try and make the show better. Just make the show better. That's all my intention is. That's all my intention is. Have a great weekend, Angie. I'll be here. I'll be here forever. Facebook Live. Watch when you can. I know it's super early in your neck of the woods through the weekday, but I love the live views. So I love it when you come in and fill the comments with information. Cool. I appreciate it. Thanks. Be safe. Be safe this holiday weekend. Netflix, Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond. Check it out if you're a fan of Jim Carrey. If you saw Man on the Moon, this is kind of like a behind the scenes look at that. Dave Keenan. Dave Keenan will be working with me, if not tomorrow, sometime this week. Had a great conversation with my brother Mike yesterday. Super busy. He's home now, and he's just super busy, and the kids are great. They're doing great in school, so all is well in Pincher Creek. Uploading. I'm going to start uploading MattTv to my YouTube page. See if I can generate some revenue off that, which I know I can because it's called Google AdSense. If you have videos, you upload them, create a YouTube page. They put advertisements on your videos, and you make money. It's that easy. Moon phases, that was a lot of fun. I always enjoy the moon. I'll be glad when the clouds move away from here so I can actually see it. Good on Canada for making the national parks in Canada free for kids 17 and younger this year. Good on you. And that Croatian war criminal video, I'm going to put that up and check that out if you want. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm not going to lie to you. You're not going to see the autopsy, but you are going to see the 28 seconds in that courtroom where you are watching a man take his own life by drinking cyanide. Strange things. That's going to do it for me. Yeah, 5:30 is a little bit early. It's a little bit early for me too, but winter hours, it's just it works for me. I just love it. Like, I'll turn this camera off here and I'll be working on tomorrow's show for the rest of today. But I'm hoping to see my father-in-law and Sheila today. They're in town from Ontario. They're here for like the next month and a half, and they're only like 2 or 3 blocks away. So I'm definitely going to be seeing them today. And football tonight, Sunday night football. It'll be Philadelphia and Seattle play the Seahawks. That'll be a good game. Yeah, they were free for everyone in 2017. Yeah, national parks were free for everyone. And they continue to be if they're still open. Canada's will be celebrating its 150th birthday year right up to the end of this year. And it was fun. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun Canada Day. That was very memorable. And the flag and the 2.5 hour show, it was good stuff. All right. Thanks for the live views. If you like what you see and hear, share, and we'll grow an audience, and we'll have even more fun, generate even more conversation, and just make it educational, make it fun, make it whatever it is we want it to be. Brand new show tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Pacific. That's 8:30 Eastern, 9:30 Atlantic time, 9:30 in Woodstock, New Brunswick, and 10 o'clock in Conception Bay South, Newfoundland, which is where the Canadian flag will be headed this week, and hopefully sometime next week back in the hands of Canada Post, making the intercontinental, I guess we could say that, flying from one end of North America to the other. Canadian flag hopefully back here, not hopefully, it will be hanging behind me as a backdrop before Christmas, but definitely before Christmas. Okay, thanks for the live views. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Matthew. This is Matt TV. Now and always, from sea to sea.